Sweetness, kindness. Those are the two traits you have. And today we're going to be speaking about great market calls, specifically Michael Burry. And yes, he is a sweet, ripe berry. We in crypto must learn from these guys and girls. Why? And it's because of conviction. There are people out there who make big, tremendous bets and they get it right. But it's actually a curse. Even though you think it's a blessing, if you are rewarded with a big home run win, you will then believe incorrectly that you have God's gift of predictions. Sometimes you do. Most of the time, you don't. And if you do have a prediction ability, it's actually for a window of time based off circumstances that are changing. The interest rate level, the inflation level, people in the market. The market's always changing, friends. That's why we have a long-term view in crypto. So many people are going to get wrecked following these bear kings. The bear kings come out, they go, I'm going to put on this short, we're going to make fast money. They're going to get absolutely destroyed. Unfortunately, eventually it's also going to shift and everyone's going to become a bull king where it's like, well, it doesn't matter if everybody's on the same side as me. The prices are going to be infinite. We have so much to uncover here, friends. So Michael Burry, he's often championed as king of the bears. But let me tell you something about Michael Burry. He did the big short. He is the guy from the big short. Have a look at this, okay? So he actually got short here. This is the S&P 500. This is the 10-year death zone of S&P 500. Look where he got short, man. He got short like near halfway. He had to go offside for 2 years. 2 years, friends. 2 freaking years. All right, I'm going to tell you something about conviction because this is going to open your eyes, all right, big time. So Michael Burry, he shorted the housing market in the GFC. So you think, wow, how did he see that coming? What a genius. But there's more truth to uncover because markets aren't linear. They are based off expectations, friends. And the market always has insiders. The market has manipulation from the government. There is money printing. There are all these things that are trying to counteract your doom narrative because it's priced in fiat. That's why. Everything's priced against fiat. And if the market goes down, we're like, whoa, that's right. They just make the denominator go down, which is they print fiat and they sink it back into the market. And they go, uh-oh, people stop rioting. When people start to riot, the government has to do something. Even with Michael Burry, he knew that the bad times were coming. What you did not know, he started his short in the year 2005. There are people in crypto who are going to be early. The only difference is we are asymmetric on the upside. You see? This is the beautiful part about crypto, friends. I'm going to show you right now. If you'd allow me, please, to show you the Bitcoin chart. Okay, I know this is a log chart, but let me tell you something. Most of the time, crypto is actually going down. You see, if you put it on a linear chart, look at it. Crypto is actually going down most of the time. You see that? Crypto only had, you can even look at the beginning, right? You look at this part. So crypto goes up. It has this, whoa, euphoria. But then it's just such a small period of time. When you really look at it, like it's just like, uh-oh, okay, how long was this? You started in April and you finished in June. It's over. Literally. April, May, June. 3 months of going up. And then look what your poopy zone is. It is, compare that zone to what comes next. What comes next is absolute poop. Hello. Look at that. All right. Now, of course, you're going to look at the right-hand side and go, hello, look at you, my friend Somi. We actually go up. But the truth is you don't know what's coming in the future. You only live in today. Our emotions feel today. We can't feel the happiness from tomorrow. Wouldn't that be great if we could? Imagine we could draw the future happiness of where our portfolios are going to be in 3-4 years and actually feel the happiness today. We can't do that yet. We need better technology. These squares have to be even more squeakier. See how long crypto sinks for? Look at this. Look at this time pattern. Literally, you are rising. You're happy for 56 days. And then you are sad for 560 days. Wow. 10 times longer. Do you want to know something funny? Today, it's the same thing. Today, crypto goes parabolic for about 3 to 4 months. And then it goes down sideways for about 35 months. We are living it right now. You know it right now. That's a 4-year cycle. Right? Around 35 to 36 months is about 3 years. And then you have like 3 to 4 months of pure happiness. That's exactly what happens. It's crazy. It's 10 to 1. 10 to 1, friends. 10 to 1, man. That's just disgusting when you think about it. I mean, it's doing it time and time again. Now, you might look at the waves of the candles going up, justify it. No, they don't. No, they don't. That's the thing. You see, it doesn't even matter how high your portfolio goes. It's relative. So even though you go to tremendous heights, the fact that you start sinking and sinking and sinking and sinking, this wears everybody out. It doesn't even matter how high your portfolio goes. Whether your portfolio went up a 5x or a 1000x, the whole sinking forever part is this time capitulation, this rinsing. This is what actually makes everybody quit. And you know that by now. So what Michael Burry did was he went short and he goes offside for 2 years. Investors demanded their money back. I think he stopped replying to them. He did like some illegal stuff. He just deleted their emails. He didn't want to give them the money back. He changed the rules. So he was like so convicted. He didn't want to quit on the trade. He just kept shorting and shorting and shorting. And then it went kaboosh. The S&P 500 finally paid off. He got such a huge dopamine hit. But the story doesn't end there, friends, because this was in 2008. And if you recall, we are now in the year 2013, okay? It doesn't end entirely well because even though he had this skill back then to see everything being put together like the piece of the puzzle, I'm going to show you my tweets from 2022, me reporting it as it's coming live, right? These are old tweets. I'm going to show you. Look at this. You'll be surprised to know Michael Burry had the exact same doom thesis as me, literally, except one little tweak. It's funny, man. We literally have the same pieces of the puzzle. There's 15 pieces of the puzzle. We got 14 together. But it's that one key difference. Me and you are going to read it together and you're going to straighten your back right now. Because I care about your spine. I care about our friendship. Also, please don't forget, like, subscribe, press the bell button and all. Thank you very much. All these videos made for your consumption, your entertainment. You are appreciated. I love every single one of you. I'm thankful for every single second you spend here. You are appreciated. Because that's a second you could be spending with your friends and your family. And if you think about it, we're family now. So what's this revelation? This revelation is, I know, or we know, the governments are ready with the finger on the button to print currency just like 2020, the zombie virus. That's the key difference. And the fact that me and you know and the insiders know means we are limited. If we go down too hard, there is a stimulatory response that gets priced in. The market is smart. There is insiders. It's not like the market is some quantitative nerd figuring things out with like a pen in his front pocket. No. There are insiders. Insiders going like, they say, well, I better not sell because the data's so bad. I know the government insider dues and they're going to do like construction planning and they're going to build bridges and they're going to do like more stimulation to try get re-elected. They know these numbers. They know this. They don't come and tell me and you, but they know it. You can see it in the footprint of the market. That's why it doesn't capitulate to the levels that everybody expects. That's why it just stops. You run out of sellers. So yeah, if there are 100,000 people and there are 30,000 sellers, guess what? The 70,000 in there start remaining. They remain in there. They go, well, we think that the weak hands are out because they don't know what's coming in the future, right? But they never communicate this to you with words. That's why I'm here as a messenger to show you this what happens, all right? So any crash is met swiftly by the printer. You can see Michael Burry, remember, he binked the first trade. He got the big crash swoop down. He's like, yes, Michael Burry, yes. But he's just never able to live it again. He was never able to live it again. Like you go up to the top and you actually see, right? You actually see Michael Burry. Here he is in 2022. He's like, it's going to crash, it's going to crash, it's going to crash. Like they were expecting doom. And I really mean like all the way doom. They were expecting the big one. That's what they were thinking they were going to get. So he talks about drugs are hard to kick. The Fed was supposed to sell the treasuries, etc., etc. He's talking about, he's talking about getting off QE. He's even said sell, 50% to go. You see, this is the dangerous part because when you are short, you are actually long fiat. You are long the only control mechanism the governments have to kind of stimulate again. You're long that tool. It's very, very tough to consistently be long that tool all the time. And interesting, if we go down to the comments here, this is February, friends, this year. And, like here, Night JLI has asked me, Nighty Nights, how do you know this? Well, this is the thing, friends. You want to ask how I know this? 1, evidence. 2, history. 3, just do a thought experiment, okay? If I made you a government, political, powerful person, and you must avoid chaos at all times, and the only tool you had was the money printer, what the hell else are you going to do? You literally can't do anything else because, see, 99, I'm just going to let you know, right? Firstly, you are my friend. I'm going to reply this to you, right? And you will get confirmation that you are my friend. See, the thing is, right, so how do you know this? Yes, back in February, you always see governments do this because the only option is to get out. See, friends, when they say the stock market, okay, the stock market, maybe it's up too much, right? They only have two levers. They can either increase the tax rates, okay, or they can drop government spending. But look at this. If you increase the tax rates, we're already taxed to the gills. And if you drop government spending, it just accentuates the fall. So they do this careful balancing. You're like, oh my God, what do you do? Well, there's only one answer, all right? The only answer is the money printer, all right? Because if you don't have the money printer, do you want to know how much they actually have to raise rates or drop government spending? You can't. The exact number, all right, I've calculated here for you. I've put on my Twitter many times. They need to put tax rate, you and me, our tax rate, they've got to put it up to 90% for about 10 years if they want to pay off the debt. That's right. You literally have to work for free. You're literally a slave at this point, not even a metaphor. You literally are a slave for 10 years to do this. And then imagine you did that. How are you guaranteed that in the next 10 years, you're not going to have the same problem because they're just going to overspend? So that's how big the hole is. It won't work like that, right? And it's interesting to go back here, friends, to ask, like Brokey Bird asking me, what it makes you so confident. So just the context of when this tweet thread was made, Bitcoin was at $15,000, $16,000. We were still around that zone and we had not really recovered in the year. We did not have BlackRock. We did not have any of the good news coming. You know what I mean? A lot of these things happening, all the bad news happens at the bottom. And all of these things happen at the bottoms, man. Nothing good happens at the bottoms. But that's the time to buy. You buy low, sell high. I found that fascinating as well. This is something, friends, you got to congratulate Warren Buffett for this. So there was an exciting battle. Remember, this is from June 2022, right? Over a year ago. There was an exciting battle between Warren Buffett, the bull market oracle, and Michael Burry, the bear oracle. So Michael Burry put a mega short on Apple at $140. Buffett had accumulated lots of Apple stock. Who will win? So this is nuts. I couldn't believe this. Like, you gotta bow down to the king because Warren Buffett, he had like over $100 billion in cash. Not even joking. He's been accumulating cash for like 5+ years. He's like, the stock market is so overvalued for so long, right? He's just been accumulating cash, waiting for an enormous buying opportunity. However, even in the midst of 2022, when the Fed was raising rates, Warren Buffett didn't capitulate. He bought more. For some reason, he's like, well, I'll just buy good companies. And it paid off. And I'm going to show you the chart right now. Look at that. Bang, bang. And actually, Apple continued to go up. So all this debacle was like around here. See this? 130, 140. Isn't that fantastic to see? Like, man, it's crazy how... Look, one thing about the stock market, friends, the stock market actually has smart people with balls and steel ovaries because the people in the stock market, they are not as wincy and flimsy as us in crypto. In crypto, Bitcoin's down, sell everything, and we do mean absolutely everything gets sold down. Everything! But in the stock market, they're like, well, yeah, the economy's bad, but Apple's good, right? They actually do that. They have no fear. And it's not really like them all being geniuses. The truth is, in the stock market, you have people's 401ks DCA buying. You have pension funds, you have the funds, they are DCA buying stocks every single month. So people work, there's an auto bid. And in America, God bless you, they have a stock market culture. So people understand stonks and bonds over there. Like in Australia, we're just a dirt island. People here love property and property's like insanely overvalued, etc., etc. No one here really is into stocks. That's why us, especially in crypto, we are like a new generation type of niche here. Everybody really loves the leverage on property and it's a completely different culture. But that's why America's stock market is the greatest up-only creation for the average person out there. You know, the thing is, of course, we know crypto crushes it. However, for mum and dad who doesn't understand internet currency and the casino of crypto, it's good that something up only exists for them. And there were more tweets I want to show you where Michael Burry, he lived his glory in the earlier part of the decade. So 2008, he lived his glory and he got champion. They made a movie about him and now he just cheered it on. the DXY continued to push up. This was in September 2022. So on the spike up, we were going up. The DXY was going up. And actually, the chart is right here. So the DXY, this is what we're at Sep 2022. We're showing it like right here. It was the top. By the way, Jim Cramer was mega bullish on the US dollar up here. He was saying it was going to like 150. And it was like, we literally dropped from that point. So absolutely crazy times we're witnessing. And then because the US dollar was going up in that move I just showed you, look at this. Michael Burry expected a -40 to -50% further stock market collapse from here to complete the cycle and give the generational buying opportunity. So you have all of these. I mean, look, he's got his checklist here. So I'm showing you this because he just repeated everything from 2007 to 2008, like from the GFC, literally everything in his mind. And I think they said he said he's autistic a bit, like the way his mind works. He must have like a beautiful puzzle matching mind, right? So he's just got like this, he's like a savant out there. But look at this, he's got his checklist, right? He didn't make any of this up. He's consistent. Crypto crash. Look at this. Crypto crash. Check. Meme crash. Check. That was all Doge and everything, right? And GME and all the meme stocks. SPAC crash. Check. That was Chamath Palahapiti's indexes. Inflation was high. Check. 2000. Check. 2008. Check. 2022. Check. So these are the fractals. So we repeated 3 stock market fractals. You had all these things going, and guess what? The stock market went zoop. See you later. You see why it's not so clear cut. That's why. People trying to bet on the S&P 500, it destroys more people than it makes, okay? We hear about the one winner, but it destroys so many people in the darkness, friends. It's called survivorship bias. The S&P 500 has left so many dead bodies out there, man. I swear, it's just so much better. It's a beautiful thing. Just go long. Just go long and have a 10-year plus view. You got to do both of them, right? Now, difference is, there's no edge in just continuously going long in the S&P 500 because it's going up most of the time and then it drops like a tank. With crypto, we are actually inverted, right? We go up for a short period of time and then we're dropping 90% of the time, okay? So that's why crypto has more asymmetric edge, because if you're buying when everybody else is leaving, when you finally go up, we get the huge parabola. Isn't that fantastic? You learn something new. And baby doll pumpkins, I'd like to finish with just a survey here just to show you that the crowd's always wrong, okay? I expect, in my position, when I'm speaking to you guys, I love every single one of you. Thank you very much. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. You are appreciated. Every single one. I get ridicule. I'm used to it. It means nothing to me, okay? What I know is people are simply describing the candle color. It's nothing more than that. So people will literally, when candles are momentarily green, so this is the funny part, okay? When candles are green, if you have any bearish view, you are ridiculed. When candles are red, if you're bullish like me, you're like, well, you're a stupid idiot. Nah, it's not going to happen, right? But here's the interesting part. When candles, this is interesting. When candles are green, but in the bear market, okay, because people are starting to feel bullish again, if you have a target not as big as the believers want, they will also ridicule you. For example, because Bitcoin bounced off the lows, for example, when I say to everyone, I go, you know what? I don't have any guarantees and nobody does, but I believe there is a chance Bitcoin stops at $80,000, right? So I think the chance could be anywhere from 30%, 40, 50%, 60, 70%, somewhere in there. The chance is greater than 10%. I think so. I think it's higher than 10% chance Bitcoin stops at $80,000. Now, I don't know, but that means you should take some sort of action there. Not get out everything in short, but I mean like, hey, at that point, and when Bitcoin goes up there at some point, right, maybe it's wise for you to trim something, okay? That's what I'm saying, okay? It doesn't mean like, okay, let's bet the farm or anything, but like you just got to remember, in the previous cycle, we all believed in 100K. What happened? We stopped at 50K. Just imagine how powerful of a position you'd be in if you sat here thinking like, you know what? We all believe in 100K. So what if Bitcoin doesn't hit 100K? What if it stopped at 50 and dropped back down? You would be considered a heretic, all right? But think about it. Even if you got out 20% of your portfolio at the top, just 20%, how much better are you off than everybody else? Because altcoins dropped minus 95%, okay? So think about this. If you had 100K at the top, imagine you trimmed off just 20,000, friends. You trimmed 20,000. Okay, well, here's the thing, the funny part is altcoins dropped minus 95%, which means that 20,000 you have, that is equal to around $200,000 of purchasing power. So I'm assuming you're not going to sell the exact top and you're not going to buy the exact bottom in the altcoins. However, I assume you can buy some sort of deep discount, and altcoins, you're just able to write it back. So what I've done is I've just said, well, that $20,000 you hold on to, after the altcoins drop minus 95%, you can literally buy people's positions for 1/10 or 1/20th of what they paid for them. All right. That's the power of just taking something out. If you're wrong, and if it continues going up, you still got something on there. Isn't that great? So we always have to be careful of the crowd's position, because this was the crowd poll from, obviously, Meet Kevin. Look at this. Survey from the biggest stock market YouTuber dude, which is Meet Kevin. Look at this. Everybody was still in the bear market rally camp. Look, this happens time and time again. I do wonder where the Ethereum merge takes us. So this was before the merge, right? So Michael Burry sold the bottom in Q2 this year. This was back in 2022 with 100% of his stack. Paper hands are hating this rally. Yes, it's exactly true in the stock market. Look at this, the stock market bottom. Most people believe it's just a bear market rally. So you can see it doesn't matter where you are, but because we're in crypto, it's so emotional. No one really wants to believe it's over or even has a chance of being over when the time is to come. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Like, subscribe, bell button, all. Tell mom and dad we are still going to make it. We're going to do the opposite of the crowd. It doesn't matter what it is. We are here to speak the truth. We're strong. We're mighty. We're ferocious. The future is bright, my friends. Catch ya.